Hi, it's Grandpa Charlie here. How are everybody? Had a great weekend. Oh, the weather here has been absolutely fantastic. In the 90s, a record for the holiday weekend. I hope really everybody enjoyed it. Um, you've got to make hay while the sun shines in England. Uh, Weather is changing now, but it's nice to be a bit cooler because we're not used to that hot weather. So, you know, it's different when we're on holiday in Spain or somewhere else and we're swimming and we're doing, but not when we're here and working. Well, most people are working, but at least this weekend it was absolutely great. I was talking to my granddaughter the other day, and she talking about she's going to one of these one of these gigs, open air uh, concerts, and we were talking about different groups, and she turned around to me and she said, you know, what groups I said, what groups do you know? And she said, well, first of all, who's going to be there? So she said, Dark Sea. I said, Dark Sea? Never heard of them. Dark Sea. So I said, have you heard of the Beatles? She said, Beatles? Never heard of Beatles. Then she said, have you heard of TS7? TS7, the only thing I can think was army manoeuvres. It's a group. I said, what about the Rolling Stones? Have you heard Rolling Stones? She said, never heard of them. She said, is that a group? And then she come up with like Red Light. I said, what's that? In Holland, the Red Light District? She said, no, it's a group. I said, well, what about Cliff Richard? She said, Cliff Richard, who is he? Right? I said, Cliff Richard was every record he made was a hit. He was from 1963 with Living Doll was his first one. She said, Living Doll. And then she said, do you know Scrapes? I said, Scrapes? The only Scrapes I used to get is when I used to have fights when I was at school. I said, and Elvis Presley, have you ever heard of Elvis Presley? She says, not really. I said, oh my God. I said, I've got to be truthful. It is a different era, and probably the music that I liked, they think is old-fashioned, and their music, I think, is absolutely crazy. But that's what the fashion is today. That's what the sound is today, and that's the way the cookie crumbles. So enjoy what you like. But my God, some of those names, TS7, Red Light, Dark Sea. Oh, well, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Yeah, this at the moment, what's happening here in England, in Parliament, okay, everybody's sick and tired of it, okay. That was 3 years ago that we voted in 2016 about leaving. I was Remain, right? But we lost, and I take it. But oh my God, what's happening here is just unbelievable. I don't know what is going to become of it. I just hope, for the sake of our grandchildren, okay, that things work out. Yeah, I mean, for me, it doesn't matter so much now, but it's the younger folk that's got a problem with all that. Looking around the world, my wife and I have been, all around the world. We've been to Australia and South Africa, which is fantastic. Australia is amazing. South Africa is on safari. It's fantastic. We've been all over America, and each part of America is totally different. We went to Las Vegas in 1979 when no English people were going to Las Vegas, and there was only, 3 or 4 hotels there. It wasn't, at that stage, all the things with the fountains. It was run by mafia, and everything was so cheap. It was fantastic days there. And the other place that we really love is Hawaii. Hawaii is such a lovely place. The temperature's always the same. The nightlife is good. People are nice. Beaches. It's really good. I love going actually to Ireland and Scotland. Ireland I love. It's people are wonderful. Scotland, I've got friends in Scotland, which is absolutely lovely. They live in Glasgow, and they used to live in Edinburgh. Edinburgh is a beautiful city, a beautiful city. You know, we've got family in Australia, family in America. So it's nice to keep in touch, and this is the way really that you can keep in touch on that side. Anybody that's interested in soccer at the moment is going through a terrible phase. We've got one of our teams that have gone out to League Bury, and Bolton have just scraped in, and somebody's bought them. It's all the big boys that are unfortunately raking in all the money, and these poor, like my little Leyton Orient, we struggle. Okay? So I think the FA, the Football Association, should have a look at it and give some more money to the smaller clubs. But that's my grief anyway. On the other side of the coin, life is good. England is still a great place to live. Yes, we all have our problems, but it's a great place to live. And funny enough, one of my granddaughters, she's 18. She's now started a job at Mercedes. Okay, and she really loves it, and I'm really pleased that she's enjoying that. My 9-year-old and my 13-year-old are going back to school next thing after 6 weeks. It's gone very quickly, and they're coming here on Friday for lunch, and looking forward to seeing them. What have you been doing this weekend, all you folk? I'd like to know what you've been doing. Have you had a good time? Have you been anywhere? I'll tell you where we went, which is absolutely lovely. We went to Constable Country, John Constable. It's absolutely wonderful place to go to. Where he painted all these paintings of the Hay Wain and all those paintings, and it's really a fascinating day. So if anybody's near there, it's called Flatford Mill. It's a really good place to go. I am now going to shopping. Unfortunately, we're going shopping, and well, I won't say much more about shopping, but it's something that the wife wants to do, and I think that if, to be honest with you, one wants to do something, the other one, she, when we go to football, she comes with me, so I can't say much about that. I hope you have a great day. Okay, please tell me what you did last on the weekend. It'd be interesting to know, and I'll see you shortly, and have a great day from Grandpa Bernie. And as you can see, that's my cup. So bye bye for now.